Another great day at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden for the Bnp Paribas Open. Let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick of some of tonight's action. Juan Del Potro of Argentina went down to Novak Djokovic 7-5, 6-4, 6-1. And Steve Johnson of the USA lost 2 sets in a row to Roger Federer 7-6, 7-6. Let's check in with Tennis Channel now for more highlights.
It was another day of sunshine and tennis stars in the Coachella Valley. Hey guys, Chris Budden with another special update for KMIR. The Bnp Paribas Open completed third round action for the men Tuesday, and all eyes were on the quarter of death at Indian Wells. Roger Federer came through in 2 tiebreaks against American Stevie Johnson, the 18-time major champion, firing 12 aces, but failing to put a single break on the board. The Swiss star moving on after just over an hour and a half on court. He'll face Rafael Nadal in the round of 16 after the number 5 seed took out Fernando Verdasco in the all-Spanish showdown. Rafa with 3 breaks in the victory that sets up a repeat of January's Australian Open final that Federer won in a thrilling 5-set marathon. Novak Djokovic also moved on. The defending champion had just too much for the former U.S. Open champion Juan Martín Del Potro in what was a real slugfest on Stadium 1. The Serb will face Nick Kyrgios for a place in the quarters after the Aussie won his next-gen battle against Sasha Zverev. Jack Sock saved 4 match points in a comeback win against the informed Grigor Dimitrov to reach the 4th round. The American Davis Cup star wrapping up a dramatic win in the 3rd set breaker. Up next for Sock, Malik Jaziri. And Venus Williams had to fight back from a set down for the 2nd straight match in the desert. After losing the opener 6-3, the 7-time major champion put her foot to the floor, closing out Peng Shuai in 3 sets. Venus moving on to the quarters at Indian Wells for the first time in 20 years. And don't forget, TC Plus and Tennis Channel's live coverage of the Bnp Paribas Open continues Wednesday at 10 a.m. I'm Chris Budden.
And of course, here's where you can watch Tennis Channel across your cable dial. 21-year-old Japanese tennis player Yoshihito Nishioka has become the talk of the tournament. He's what's known as the lucky loser. Now, he failed to qualify last week, but now he's into the round of 16. We spoke with Bnp Wertheim of Tennis Channel and 17-time major champion Mark Woodford about the lucky loser.
This is Yoshi Nishioka. I'll tell you something funny. He lost in qualifying, gets into the main draw when a player pulls out, and then plays the same player he lost to in the first round. Think of the odds, but he won that match, and here he is in the round of 16.
But I think on the men's side, there's great depth, and in tournaments like these, you know, the best tournament outside of the slams, and it happens in the slams as well. You know, you'll get players that will come through qualifying. They've been here a little earlier. They've got used to the conditions, adjusted, and obviously this is a unique being here in the desert. The ball travels a little quicker, so I don't want to say an advantage, but you know, he's using it, utilizing it to its max right now. And you know, I know Nishioka, you know, over the last month seems to be growing in confidence. It's not a result that just started here. It actually began, you know, 3-4 weeks ago, and he's just continued on with that momentum. So, you know, someone like Berdych, you know, the huge game that he has. I'm not saying that he took it easy. I mean, I understand he was up a set and a break, but you know, the fighting qualities of Nishioka, be able to come back and knock off, you know, Berdych is fantastic. But shows the depth of the men's game. I mean, just because you're inside the top 10. As we saw with Murray, you know, playing Vasek, who's at the moment outside of the top 100. You know, the quality's there.
Nishioka will take on Stan Wawrinka tomorrow, so it could be an end to his run. Well,